am back and things have not gone as I wanted it to. Unfortunately, I have not been able to skate for the past 2 weeks. If you follow any of my socials, like my Instagram or my TikTok, you'll know that I had an accident. I was washing up a glass. The glass broke in my hand. A piece of glass went through my finger. I had to get surgery on it. And I've not really been able to do anything for the past few weeks. A few people have said I'd skate anyway, but unfortunately, I don't want to risk anything happening to the rest of my arm while healing. My brain is unfortunately fully developed. Now I'm 29 and I just wouldn't personally. We're nearly there though, we're taking good care of it. And I thought it would be really fun to ask some of my followers to share some of their skate stories, how they started skating or anything they wanted to share. And we could do like a fun, like just sit down, talk about skate stuff, get to know each other and just take it easy. I'm a little disappointed because I really wanted to start recording some off-ice exercises and stretches and things you can do every day to help your skating techniques, even if you can't get to the rink once a week or a couple of times a week or whatever your situation is. So I have a couple of stories that my followers shared with me that I really want to share with you. And we're going to start with like a really cute and simple one. And Tam Tam says, I started just this year and I'm only finding my feet in the ice. I have wanted to learn for ages and finally got the chance. This one is so short and sweet, but it makes me so happy. And it's just the lack of like emojis used and I can just feel the passion through this like one sentence. I'm so proud and I'm so happy that you started. And I really hope that anyone else that has any doubts or fears can really just work through them and just go. Once you get there, it's really not as daunting as you think it's going to be. Ask anyone and they'll tell you that. Crochet by Lenora says, this happened just a few months ago. So there is a man in his 30s who's very autistic who skates at my rink, non-verbal and depends on his mother. I was practicing hydroblades, which I'm so excited to do. I'm so excited to learn a hydroblade, but I'm just not there yet, in the corner of my rink. And saw him skating by the wall coming in my direction, but even the closest I could have got to him was 10 feet away from him. As I went down, I was skating backwards. He decided to deviate from the wall and head straight towards me. Mind you, this man was 3 times my weight and extremely tall. He tripped over me, making my arms buckle under me, and my head hit the ice extremely hard. He fully fell onto me to the point there was no light because he was covering me. He injured my tailbone and I couldn't really walk for weeks. I still get panic attacks every time I see him. That's my story. Such a contrast from like the first one we had, but unfortunately things do happen. I'm quite shocked by that one. I really hope you're okay and I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I do wonder though, I do want to know, like, did the mum come and apologize or like did they help you up? Was there like a sincere apology? Because I feel like that matters a lot. And you're saying that you still get panic attacks every time you see him, so I assume they still go to the same rink and you still go to the same rink. And does the mum sort of take extra caution now that an accident has happened? Because I guess accidents, you can't really stop an accident, but you can definitely prevent them, especially if one has happened. You can prevent them in the future. So is the mum sort of a bit more cautious about these things? I don't know. Hopefully you still go, and hopefully that it's a fear that you've been able to get over, because that does sound intense. But I hope you're okay. I hope your tailbone is okay. I hope you healed well. Next, we have a story from Fitness Finn, and it says, I started figure skating at the beginning of March, and it literally took me an entire month to get a solid 1-foot glide. The progress is so slow, but extremely rewarding. I can now hold my 1-foot glide going around in a circle. My first time getting it down. I teared up. Oh my God, that is so real. I'm so obsessed with the challenge and feeling of skating. I've also made friends at the rink. It makes going so much more fun and something to look forward to. Can't wait to drop almost $500 for my own pair of skates this weekend. That is so real, and that is kind of how I've started feeling when I started skating. Not only did I meet Stacy, who I skate with like nearly every week, you also start to meet regulars that go to your rink that maybe come the same days as you, and like it's like a cute little community, so I really enjoy that as well. And the 1-foot glide taking you a long time is so real. Something that me and my skate partner have is like, we started at the exact same time. We're a very similar level, but she can do some things so confidently that might be so hard and I can't do it, or I could do something else that's so confident and she can't do it. And it's just crazy what your body can do. And the same thing goes for yourself. Like, I can do certain spins and certain jumps that might seem quite difficult, but I still can't do very simple things like a cross roll, things like a backwards cross roll. Like, I can't get those. I don't know why. My feet just don't do the thing. The challenge and feeling of skating, I really love that. I've been finding myself living quite an easy life with not many challenges, and skating has definitely got my fitness up. It's just all around a great sport to take part in. Feeling of like skating and spinning, the first time I span properly, I genuinely felt the air rushing through like my hands and my arms and my hair, and it was the most freeing feeling ever. When you go on your own and you put your headphones in and you just skate and you skate, it is amazing. I genuinely do love this sport. If you're thinking about it, like, start. I'm telling you, start. The last story I have is actually from TikTok, the rest were from Instagram, and this one says, how I started skating. I had a huge crush on that one guy who was a professional show skater. He was directly looking at me so intensely the whole show long. Didn't even sit front row, so I was like, why the hell does he keep looking at me that often? I liked it. And even if I sat front row, that would have been noticeable. He was literally staring at me in such a good way all the time. A strange woman that sat next to me even looked at me a few times. I guess she was wondering if I knew him or why he keeps looking at me. Right after he gave a direct look towards me, he also looked pretty attractive and seemed pretty fun. And he had the main part of the skate in the show. He had the main role, and he was really good. I watched that show 2 additional times, always sitting front row. So there was a chance I could be noticed by him. And again, he kept looking my way the whole time. That's how I developed a crush on him. Oh my God, I'm loving this so much. This is like a story, like this should be a book. And I'm sure he had some kind of crush on me as well. Anyway, I didn't see him after that because he was on vacation, and also I couldn't find his socials. However, he made me obsessed with figure skating itself, and I genuinely wanted to start skating. Back then, I would skate on roller skates 2 hours a day for a month, straight practicing skills. Wait, I always say that. I always say, like, if you can't get to a rink, or if you don't have skates, or if they don't have rentals, try and get rollerblades or roller skates and practice the skills, practice the balance. You can do a lot of moves on rollerblades that you would be able to do on roller skates. It's like such a great way to start. And if you can't do that, definitely start stretches, and you can go on YouTube. I'm going to start doing some as well, so hold out for me. But I'll share like exercises, stretches that you can do at home, and you could do these in the morning and the night, or one of them, and it will definitely help your technique. Practicing some skills and spins and stuff like that. Had done that at 12 too, so the tricks actually worked. Because that was the closest I could get to what he was doing every day. It was summer, so no rink was open. A few months later, I finally had my mom convinced to let me try figure skating after going ice skating for the very first time a little before that. Also had a friend who just started figure skating that time, so also it helped me convince my mom to let me try it. If you want to use, please don't mention my account name, which I'm not going to do. But the beginning of that story, like I feel like a YN, like, you know, Harry Styles was looking at you from in the concert and you lock eyes and da-da-da-da. Like that is how I thought that was going to go. But the fact that it led you to skating makes me very happy, or the fact that it led you to do something you want to do. And another thing I love about that story is kind of like you wanted to skate, maybe you didn't have the means to, but you found a way. And I really love that. Like, you're definitely going to make excuses. You're going to make a million excuses of why you can't do them. I used to do that and I believed the excuses, but you really have to sit there and just keep asking yourself, but why? You really have to sit there and just make counter excuses. Like, if you think you can't get skates, make a counter excuse. Well, I can always get rental skates, or I can always get rollerblades, or I can always do stretches at home. There's always a way to start. And if you are struggling, I do find on my Instagram and my TikTok, people are so friendly in the comments and they're so happy to give advice, whether you ask for it or not. But they are always wanting to help and share what they've learned. That's something I found about this sport and this community. Everyone is really eager to share with you like tips and things like that, which genuinely really helps me, because I had lessons from UK level 1 to I think 4 or 5. And then I was self-taught. So all the tips and tricks that I would get from a coach, which I'm not getting, I can get from YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. So there's definitely always a way. And if you're struggling, just ask someone. But yeah, that was today because I can't do anything else. I do hope that you enjoyed that. If you have any stories to share, please let me know in the comments, or send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. If I get enough, maybe I'll do another skate, sit down, chat, something like that. Or if you want to see anything else, because I'm new, I'm sort of gathering the content and niche I want to do, so I'm still very open to different ideas or anything that you want to see. But I hope to see you on my Instagram and my TikTok, and definitely see you for my next video. It was really fun talking to you, and I hope that we can definitely sit down and do this again soon.